Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, the Knicks fan, and let's get right into it. Thank you, and welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm your host, Jan, the Knicks fan, and let's get right into it. But before I get into the video, I want y'all to do the do, and you know what that is. I want you to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and definitely, please leave me a comment. I love the comments, as you heard me say in my past videos. I like to correspond, or I just like to interact. That's a better word to you know what I'm saying. I just like to interact with y'all, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, before we get into the Chicago Bulls game, I'm gonna talk about the loss to the Nets just for a microsecond, just one little microsecond. I know I dropped a video about it the other day, but yeah, the Knicks was like. If y'all watched the post-game interviews, you heard Randall, you heard our coach Tibbs. They was basically fed up with the refs because they didn't give the call. They didn't give Randall's no call. If Randall's supposed to be a star, just like KD, just like James Harden, and he come down the court and he's getting beat up on, and all they gotta do is just touch one of them guys and they going to the free throw line. I'm be honest, I really wish they would get rid of this Michael Jordan rule, because that's where it really came in from. We're giving these star players special treatment. I mean, it really takes away from the game. I'm not a type of person, a fan, that just because my team is winning that I'm going to overlook everything else that I see what's wrong with the game, because that's not how I live my life. If you walk around, if you play, let me say something. If you watch, because I'm not gonna lie, I judge people on many factors. If I'm watching you watch a sports game and you see a call, and you see a foul call, and you know it's a foul call, but you don't care just because your team is winning, I know what type of person you are, and I really don't want you in my circle. I mean, even though you can say it's just a game, but that means you do anything to win, anything that's in your favor to win, and I don't like to associate myself with them type of people because them are backstabbers. You heard the record, backstabbers, you know what I'm saying? But let's get back into this right here, into this Chicago Bulls, New York Knicks game, and this is going to be a very interesting game for me. I'm not even going to make a prediction because my predictions have been wrong, but the Knicks can prevail if they come out and do three simple things, which I will get down a little line later. But first, we're going to talk about just where the Knicks is standing at right now and what we need to do and how the month of November played out for the New York Knicks. I mean, it wasn't a bad month. It was an up and down month. We could have done better. But in all, I am pleased because if you think about in the past, and I know everybody wants to say, well, this is the future, this is now, and you're right, where the Knicks would have been at going into December. Let's say if it was 3 years ago, you would say that this season was basically over going into January. So like I said, I'm not too disappointed, but I am disappointed because of the way we started off the season. I thought it would have been much more fruitful than what it is right now. I mean, we're in 10th place. And with a win or two, we can be like in the 5th or 6th place. It's not, the East is kind of jam-packed right now. But yeah, we're in 10th place. We're 10-11. And we're on a one-game losing streak. And we have the Bulls. For the next 5 games, we have Chicago Bulls that come to our house. We're 1-1 against them. So this right here would be basically a tiebreaker. I don't know how I just got lost for words for such a simple word. Well, this would be a tiebreaker. The last time we played them was the loss. Yeah, it was November 21st. It was 109-103, and we beat them 104-103. Interesting. I mean, these two teams play each other. They basically almost mirror each other. The last time we played, their starting center wasn't in. The first game we played that we won, their starting center was in. So I don't know. When I was watching that game, I thought to myself, if Vucevic was in, we probably would have won that game, because when you play the game, a lot of players want their touches, and it depends on how that player is playing. And I think Mitchell Robinson done a good job in the paint, because you know how Vucevic would step out and hit that three-pointer. And the last game he played, he was 6 for 6 from downtown. So Mitchell Robinson is going to have to step out on the perimeter and play some defense. Well, like I said, we went 1-1, so this would be a tiebreaker. We have the Bulls in our next 5 games, and we have the Nuggets, we have the Spurs, we have the Pacers, then we have the Raptors. I can see us getting right. I can see the Knicks righting the ship with the if we beat the Bulls, The Nuggets, I mean, these are all beatable teams, and be honest with you, because the Bulls are 4th place right now. They was just last week. They was number 1 in the East. The Nets took over that spot, but the Nuggets are in 10th place, and the Spurs are in 12th place, and the Pacers are in 13th, and the Raptors are in 12th. And besides the Bulls, these are all teams that's under 500 clubs. They don't really have that good records. The Nuggets basically sitting right now where the Knicks is at 10-11. The Spurs are 6-13. The Pacers are 9-15, and the Raptors is 9-13. So, I mean, the Knicks have a way of letting these. I use the word inferior, which I'm gonna stop. I think I'll be giving some type of energy and karma into the universe when I'll be calling these other teams inferior. So I'm just gonna say lesser. I know there's no difference, but the Knicks have been falling to these lesser teams, team that's under 500, and we have to right the ship. I was hoping that game against the Atlanta Hawks would have put us, on track, but hey, we had the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets do lead our division. It's not like they are bums. They have 2 of the best players in the league on their team, and they had the referees. Well, let's get right into it. Like I said, I was going to give you 3 possible scenarios that if the Knicks were to do that we could beat the Chicago Bulls at the Garden tonight. Well, let's get right into it right now. All right, definitely. The New York Knicks are coming off a disappointing loss to the Brooklyn Nets on Tuesday. I mean, like I said, it was littered with controversy because of the referees and Julius Randle not getting the calls that he thought he needed to get. Tom Thibodeau even spoke to the media afterwards about his displeasure with the calls, and rightfully so. I'm being honest, but the thing about it, we don't even get phone calls. We don't even get foul calls when we're home. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting very frustrating. I mean, we have a bona fide star on our team right now. And he may not be as big as Durant or James Harden, but he should be getting foul calls just as they be getting. And it's getting frustrated. And when you go to the referees, I mean, I think these guys are betting on games. I know I shouldn't say nothing like that, but come on. It's getting a little frustrating. I'm being honest with you. All right. My 3 keys to the New York Knicks beating the Chicago Bulls at the Garden is 1, they have to guard the perimeter. Chicago has lost 5 of their last 4 games. Lost 3 of their last 5 games. Sorry about that, I'm stuttering. But they scored 133 points against Charlotte. And their last victory, they shot 46% from the 3 points and nearly 60% from the field. The Knicks going to have to really get out on the defense and to stop their shooting because their jump shots are falling at a high rate right now. Other than DeMar DeRozan, I mean, the other guys are driving. They're not as driving to the hoop as much, but Chicago Bulls have become a jump shot team. We're going to have to play that perimeter real good. And like I said, Vukovic, he hit 6 of his 3-pointers, all of them. Lonzo Ball connected on 5 of 3-pointers. So we're really going to have to step our defense up on the perimeter, making sure these guys are not making these shots or just getting their hand in their face to disrupt their shots. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get down to number 2. Oh, yeah, Zach LaVine is averaging 25.3 points. So they're gonna have to get at him. He's shooting 38% from downtown, and DeRozan is shooting nearly 50% from the field, and he's averaging 25 points. So we're gonna have to really play some perimeter defense. We're gonna have to play defense, period, to get this win. Let's go over to number 2. My 2. Energy. The Knicks got to come out and play with some energy. That's what they're missing. And the other game, they came out with the Nets just for a microsecond. They had a little pace going, and then they lost it. I don't know, man. And like I said, I do know, and I'll call it every game. It's Randle. The guys, they come out, they see Randle pass the ball, the energy is there, and then he goes back into Julius Randle mode about, I'm the elite player on the team, I'm a superstar. But he don't make his jump shots on a consistent basis to be that. I'm being honest, he don't look like he deserves that money. I mean, when he go into the paint and play hard, I like that from Randle. But when we want to get a finesse shot and think he got damn Steph Curry, I don't like that from Randle. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks have to maintain high levels of energy, especially in the start of the game and beginning of that second half. They can't have a letdown like they did in Brooklyn. When they started the second half, they went down to a 20-point deficit, and they had to crawl their way back into the game. And we could have won that game, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, the referees got all in the ass of the New York Knicks and basically helped. I mean, the calls, but they didn't give Julius Randle, they gave Kevin Durant. The one on Derrick Rose was a bullshit foul. Because if that was the case, Julius Randle just came down the court. I said I was only going to stay on that for a microsecond, and I'm sorry, and I'm about to get into my ranting voice. So let me just get back to the Chicago Bulls and the New York Knicks, and then we go to basically the stats, where they standing at in the league, and then I'm going to get out of here, and we're going to get ready for the game. I actually want to make another video, so you might see another video coming out of me later on today. All right, we're on number 3, we have to stop DeMar DeRozan. As stated, I said DeMar DeRozan was averaging 25 points. Right now, he's a priority for the New York. His ability to close at the basket and connect from mid-range. Like I said, he's one of the only Bulls that's really driving to the hole, so we're going to have to really step it up. It's incredible, to be honest with you. So DeRozan's like to do a lot of dirty work on his own with a 75% of the field goals. He's made unassisted. Expect to see plenty of Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett on DeRozan. Well, I'm going to say right now, because I'm reading the article, R.J. Barrett is day-to-day, so we don't know if he's going to play. You know what I'm saying? DeRozan, who can easily tantalize the Knicks on his own. However, the New York Knicks are going to have a worry of Vucevic. I don't know why they're going to be scared of Vucevic. I mean, he can shoot from three-point range, but if Mitchell Robinson plays defense like he's supposed to, we don't have to worry about that, and that's the truth, you know what I'm saying? I'm being honest with you. That's just how I feel. You know how I feel when it comes to my New York Knicks. Teams leaders on Chicago Bulls. DeMar DeRozan is 25.9 a game. He leads them in rebounds with 5.2. Lonzo Ball leads them in assists with 4.8. Steals is Alex Caruso with 2.2. And blocks is Jones Jr. Now, you know what I'm saying? We got to do what we got to do. Caruso was a little bit forced. I mean, it wasn't like he's going to be a player, but he do play defense. I know the Lakers is missing him right now. And Caruso, what he's averaged 8 points. Lonzo Ball is averaging 12 points a game. Let me see what they're shooting for percentage-wise. Lonzo Ball is shooting 44% from downtown, 42% from the field. Caruso is shooting 44% from the field and 39% from downtown. Patrick Williams, it's him and LeBron down into it. He better bring that bullshit attitude to the New York Knicks because Mitchell Robinson hit much harder. But I'm just joking, like I said. Let me go over here real quick. Let's go over here and check some things out. Matter of fact, I even got to go over here. I can go right here real quick. Patrick Ewing actually is out the game, so we don't have to worry about that. Cody White, I'm glad he's out the game. He was coming with them little late timely bastards, them daggers. Like I said, R.J. Barrett is day-to-day. He have an illness. Let's see the season performance. Like I said, the Chicago Bulls are 14-8. The Knicks are, I said they was 10-11. They are 11-10. I don't know how I mixed that up. Gotta stop writing stats down and just go straight to what's going anyway. Against the spread, the Knicks are 8-13. Chicago Bulls are 11-11. Head-to-head, we have 1-1. Home and away games, the Knicks are 5-6 at home. And the Bulls are 7-4 away, so they got a good away record. They're on a 1-game winning streak, and the Knicks on a 1-game losing streak. Out of the last 10 games, the Knicks are 4-6. They are 6-4. When it comes to the league rankings, points per game, the Knicks are 18th. They're 12th. Points differential, we're 17th and they're 4th. Assists a game, they're 16th and we're 27th. Steals a game, we're 28th and they're 9th. Blocks, we're 6th and they're 24th. Rebounds, we're 11th and they're 27th. So, I mean, you think about their rankings and this thing right about, where they're at. Block going up straight to steals. I mean, they can get the steals, we can get the block, whatever the case may be. Games don't basically really go for that. But the Knicks going to have to come out and play with some heart tonight and let the NBA, let the league know that they're not the same Knicks. You know what I'm saying? They got to do something different. I mean, Tibbs is making coaching adjustments, but it's just, he got to stick with him. Like I said in my last video, he got to have faith in the guys. He can't, just because a coach bringing this guy, bring in Randall or bring this guy, especially when you see the bench or whoever's out there flourishing. You got to stop doing that. You got to think outside the box. You don't have to mix and match every time. I know coaches are always talking about, oh, I was mixing and matching, I go with this play. But no, if you see your team doing well and there's no reason for you to bring them out, leave them in the game. Let them start slipping. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that to the starter, and the starter's pushing the hole. I'm talking to Tibbs, not y'all in the YouTube world. But anyway, like I said, the Knicks got to come out and play some defense, play with some high energy, and maybe we'll come away with this win. Like I said, I wasn't going to predict anything anymore. I'm just going to let the Knicks do the playing and let the playing speak for itself. And with that being said, I want everybody out there to stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, and peace.